Well, all of those things, I think non-GMO, organic, the efforts that we're making go back to a broader concept of sustainability. So I think sustainability and transparency are really the two sides of the coin that are needed to really elevate our marketplace and to elevate our brand. So doing everything we can around sustainability as it relates to GMO or not or organic, supporting those efforts and doing everything we can to drive towards those very lofty ideals. And we made some great strides in that. And I think where we're struggling with it, we want to be able to tell that story as well, because I think the marketplace will recognize that it's not as easy, for example, for supplements to get non-GMO project verified as it is a bag of corn chips. And corn chips have 3 ingredients. Our women's multi have over 40. And to verify a women's multi is just a little bit more complex than verifying a corn chip, right? A bag of corn chips. So we want to be able to tell that story openly and honestly about where we're at on those kinds of paths as a way to really drive towards sustainability through transparency. I think the other thing that we're really passionate about and I think connects here is the whole concept of natural retailers' market share eroding to the mass players, like drug and grocery, as more and more drug and grocery and club stores move in to the natural turf, whether it's organic products or non-GMO project verified, and they're going to move in, and the data says they've already moved in a significant way, and the natural retailer share is eroding of the overall market. I think that's bad for our market. I think it's bad for our industry. And the reason is the natural retailer is the key to supporting our industry. So when a bad article comes out in USA Today, over the past 40 years, who has supported us? It's the natural retailer. And as more and more of that business goes to mass, it becomes harder and harder to tell the consumer the other side of the story when some of these bad articles come out on supplements, for example. So we are in the business of doing everything we can right now to support the natural retailer and to help them combat mass slippage, we call it. Mass slippage is where my wife might be shopping in grocery once a week and in the natural retailer once every few weeks, and she sees a brand that she would normally only see in natural retail. She now sees it in the grocery store, and it slips into her cart. And this is a very natural thing that's happening all over the place because these great natural brands are now in mass. And I don't fault them one bit, and I'm not anti-mass, but we've got to do everything we can to support the natural retailer in helping them compete in this new environment, in this new marketplace. So we launched a website called combattingmassslippage.com, and it's very early. It's a very early effort, but it's really meant to get retailers sharing best practices with retailers. And we just did our first interview with a retailer, and we're hoping to do an interview every 1 or 2 weeks with new retailers so they can share what they're doing to really serve the consumer in their marketplace. And so that's something that's also very important to us, is supporting that natural retailer and helping them to do things in a different way to combat the very serious situation that they're in.